don't know what happened there. Wow, it didn't like.
It's too much fire.
It didn't. It was too much heat, man. Too much heat, bro. Man, I don't know what happened, but we were on and it just died. It just died. So, Tiffany, welcome back. This is take 2. We are back. So, listen, Richard and I were talking about, I'm not going to mention any names, but we were talking about somebody who's amazing. Yeah, Richard brought fire. Tiffany said, oops, Richard brought fire about the heat. So, like, Richard and I were talking about somebody who's amazingly talented, does a lot of great things for the world, but isn't really making it financially. Jay Nolan, what's up, bro? Eric. So, your goal should be a better phone carrier. I have Verizon, yo. So, what's wrong with him? Funny, he's funny as hell, man. I know. So, you know, we were talking about this guy, and you know, he does all these really good things for his church and all this stuff, and like he can't seem to get it together financially, and you know, like. What should we do to help him and all this? But you know,
I think that's a lot of people's story.
It is a lot of people's story. It's 99% of people's story, but it all comes down to expectations, your goals. You have to write your goals, but you have to believe in yourself, man. You gotta really. Susan said, "Now it's your turn to put angry faces." So. You know, you gotta believe in yourself, and then you have to. Oh my God! Look, there's Ryan Bellows. What's up, Brad French? How you doing? Susan Day. Don't encourage him. Don't. So you've got to believe in yourself, and then you got to take the right level of activity. You got to take action. You know, like if you really truly believe in yourself, you'll have no issues with angry faces on your stream. It won't matter. You won't care, right? What's up, Jim Weaver? He's back. So I was on your phone watching you, and it popped up and said Jim Weaver sent you a picture or something. So I didn't look at it. I wasn't checking your instant messages, bro. So like I was like. You know, we were talking about this one particular person, and it's like, man, they're talented. Super talented, but they're just not making it. They're in obscurity, and nobody knows who they are, and nobody knows what they do, and what can we do to help them? Well, you know, there's things we can do to help them, but at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't take responsibility for their stuff, for their life, and take massive action to take control of their life, to get out of obscurity, to get people to know who they are, to get the world to know what they do, then your mom's on here, dude? Mm-hmm. Really? I didn't see that. What's your mom's name? Oh yeah, what's up? Hey, so you've got to, you know, Richard and I were talking about that. Like, you know, it's even, and Richard's in the ministry. I'm not. As many of you know, but I'll use the analogy of you give hey Lamar, hey mom, I'll just call you mom. So you know, you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you'll feed him for life.
It's a Chinese proverb.
Is it? Yeah. It's not in the Bible?
No, it's a Chinese proverb.
Dude, for 2,000 years, people have been saying Jesus said it.
No, it's Chinese proverb.
Dude, I don't think so.
I'm not on there now.
Okay. I'm kidding. Is it a Chinese proverb?
Pretty sure.
You sure it wasn't like somebody else? Like Lao Tzu or Lao Tzu?
It's a Chinese proverb.
Is it a Chinese proverb? Oh, it's not biblical. It's a Chinese it's in some Chinese Bible then. Okay, well, whatever, you know what I mean. So Yeah, see, Eric said it was the Apostle Paul,
No, it wasn't.
who prior to being Paul was Saul, and we won't even talk about that. But hey, that's an example of, right there's a perfect example. It's a Chinese proverb. Brad French even agrees. So it's a perfect example. Let's use Saul and Paul, right? Like you can be, like, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. Doesn't matter how much you screwed up. Doesn't matter what mistakes you made. Take massive, Eric's telling him, ignore him. Take massive action towards what you want to create and have the expectation and belief in yourself that no matter what, you're going to create it. You've got to go take action. You've got to get out of obscurity. You've got to learn how to be a professional salesperson. For example, if you, like, I had this girl, I mentioned this last night, some lady hits me up and says, hey, I see you're a big fan of Grant Cardone on Messenger. And I said, yeah, he's a great guy and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I love all of his stuff. And I said, yeah, he's got some amazing material and I've read it all and blah, blah, blah. And so she instantly says, ready for this? This is literally 2 minutes after she introduced herself to me. She says, hey, would you ever be interested in investing in cryptocurrency? And I was like, what? Oh, no, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. If that works on somebody, it's because they're a complete idiot and you don't want them in your downline or whatever. Like, that can't work. That's not how. And if somebody's teaching you to do that, oh, geez, shame on them, because that won't work. You cannot approach somebody like that. That's the fastest way to get blocked if you approach me like that. Like learn how to sell. Get on Cardone University. Get some sort of sales training. What's up, Noel Walsh? How you doing, bro? Speaking of sales trainers, there's Noel Walsh. Get on Cardone U. Get Sell or Be Sold. Get the Little Red Book of Selling, Jeffrey Gitomer. There's a reason why this thing's the #1 sales book on planet Earth. It's sold over 5 million copies in so many different languages. Get that book. Get the little gold book of a yes attitude. Learn train your mind, train yourself, learn how to be a professional salesperson, a professional connector before you go hitting somebody up. And I'm nobody special. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I have I'm a best-selling author. Richard's a best-selling author. Like, he's a #1 best-selling author. I'm just a regular old best-selling author. But, like, learn how to freaking do it. Noel Walsh has sales training. Get out there and learn how, and ask people like me or Richard or Noel, or, hey, how would you approach somebody if you sold cryptocurrency? How would you approach somebody on a cold call? What would, and we're busy, people are busy, but, like, ask.
And if you can't get the answers, pay for somebody's information.
That's right.
Don't be cheap.
If you can't get the answers, pay for somebody to teach you. Abraham Nadimi, what is up, my brother? I love that dude, man. That is my brother right there. He's down in Texas too, bro.
A dummy.
He's
A
huh?
dummy.
Nadimi.
What is it?
Nadimi.
AD-Amy?
N-A-D. He's a friend of mine. He's been to my house, yo.
I was asking.
Oh, you were asking? I don't know. Abraham, am I saying your name wrong? Nadimi? Dude, I love you, bro. So, isn't it Nadimi or it's Nadimi?
I was wondering, dude.
So, you've got to be willing to, if you don't have the answers, that's what I thought, man. If you don't have the answers, pay for them. I paid for Cardone University for years. I paid for a lot of things with Grant Cardone. I mean, look. I didn't get the 10X planners for free. I've given away more of these things than most people have seen. Like, I didn't get these 10X, that's in a wrapper still. I didn't get those for free. I paid for that stuff. Like, you've got to freaking Lamborghini, Ferrari, Ducati, Nadimi. I love that, bro. He's funny, dude. He's awesome. He's actually a very successful business guy down in Dallas, and he's an investor. He's a philanthropist. I know he's got a check made out to me for $1.7 million, and it's on its way to Ohio right now. I will hold on to that like you asked, Abe, for however long you want me to. Anyway, so like, look, I'm kidding, everybody. But like, you've got it. You're like I was saying in the first video that was killed as a result of Richard bringing too much fire. What's a philanthropist? Somebody who gives to it's not an insect. It's somebody who is a that gives back to society, to the world in financial ways normally.
Makes it better. Tries to make the world a better place.
Makes the world a better place. Yeah. So you know, if you what was I saying? Oh, expectations. Your expectations are what's going to create the results that you desire in your life. Writing goals down every day. Armand Anderson is back. Welcome back, brother. Writing goals down every day is very important. Writing down things like, I am worthy, I am capable, I am strong, I am a money magnet, I am attracting millions of dollars into my life, I am, and all of the I am positive statements and these positive affirmations, that's what will raise your expectations. And even if it's just a little bit of a raise in your expectations, that should raise your level of activity, your level of action. Because if you believe just a little bit that you can get guns, right? You'll maybe do the push-ups. Maybe you'll go do those push-ups. If you do the push-ups, you can eventually get the guns. You can eventually you can do the sit-ups. You can get the ripped abs. You can get everything that you want, but you have to take the action. Nobody, hear me clearly here, nobody else can do the push-ups for you. You have to do them. So take the action. Write down, like Armand just said, it's so important. You've got to put pen to paper. Write that stuff down. I am. Create a vision board. If you don't know how to create a vision board, literally Google it. Get on YouTube and type in how to make a vision board and create a freaking vision board. Make a vision board. Oh, that's so much work. Then stay broke. I don't know what to tell you. Quit bitching about it. Quit telling everybody you're depressed and you're sad and you can't do this and you can't do that and wah. Because if you're not taking action to change it, stay where you are and quit complaining about it. That is, I'm telling you, there's nothing more important that I've ever heard in my life. Like, stop sitting around complaining about how bad your life is if you're not doing anything to change it and make it better. Because I think that most people, visualize and feel as though it happened. Feeling must be brought into the equation. That's exactly right, Abraham. That's exactly right. Success is by choice, not by chance. That is correct. Absolutely, Armand. Affirmations raise expectations and can fire you up to do amazing things you never thought were possible. That is so true. If you go out with the expectation of, let's say it's something fun, right? You're going out to go fishing with the family. Richard likes to go fishing out on his boat. If you go out there with the expectation of, well, we're going to go out here and we're going to, I don't know, we're probably not going to catch anything. I'm going to go out here and catch a cold, maybe. That'll be about it. Fish just haven't been biting. We're not going to, I've been out here now six days in a row, hadn't caught one thing. I'm probably just catching a cold out here on the water. Well, guess what? Eventually you're going to catch that cold. Mm-hmm. Now you might get lucky and pull in an old boot. Or what'd you say, a catfish? Yeah, but the chances are, if you go out with the wrong expectation, you're not going to catch any fish. If you go out and you go, man, let's go. I know they're going to be hitting today, and you're going out there and you've got to have that energy. You've got to have that expectation. It is that energy that creates the results in your life. Those results are all predicated by that energy, which also is what creates your level of activity, the action that you take. So anyway, I'm going on a rant here, and Richard wants to get back on camera, because you know what? This dude is. Armand said, yes, belief and enthusiasm are free. That is so true. That's so true. I mean, look. It literally takes I do it right here I have the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil, and I have this really cool app, Note app, and it locks, I can lock folders. So I have my goals folder and it's locked, and I have a password to get in there. But I do it every day, man. I write my goals and my expectations and my targets for that. I've used the 10X planner. I have filled them. There's a box, Richard, you can confirm this. There's a box sitting over there with at least 7 or 8 10X planners in it that are filled out. Those are used 10X planners. Richard's funny, man. That's an inside joke. But look, you've got to raise your level of expectations. If you raise your level of expectations, I promise you, raise your level of expectations, stop complaining. Take the next 24 hours, all day tomorrow. I have a challenge for you. Here, what do you always say? A thing to action? What do you call it? A call to action? No, you say like this.
Challenge you?
No. You said it earlier. Oh. I forget what you call it. I have a challenge for you. Tomorrow, right now here in Ohio, it is 11:11. Wow, a lot of people say they see 11:11. That's the first time I think I've ever seen it. Anyway, it's 11:11 here in Ohio. 11:12 now. Tomorrow, when you wake up, get out a 10X planner, get out a piece of paper, get out an iPad, get out anything that you can write on, and write down your goals. Write down great things that you expect for the day. So write down your expectations for the day. And then I want you to take the entire day and do not complain one time. Not one time. If somebody comes barreling through and hits you in the rear end with their car, don't complain. Don't complain for the day. If you go to the restaurant and they serve you a cup of burnt, nasty coffee, don't complain. Don't complain. Just ask for a new cup with a smile. Don't complain. If everything doesn't go the way that you expect it to go tomorrow, don't complain. If you stop complaining and you start focusing on what you have to be grateful for, and start focusing on what you expect to create in your life, and you make it a routine, a daily habit, I'm telling you, if you do that, you will create magic. I mean freaking magic in your life will happen. And if you haven't read about what I'm talking about, it's in my book, Walls of Wisdom, Turning Pain into Profit. If you have not read that book, go to Amazon. I just last week got them and knocked the price down. It's only $11.49 right now. Go get the book and read it. And it's a simple, fast read. I mean, it's like most people read it within a couple of hours. So go check it out. This isn't a sales pitch. I'm just telling. I don't make any money on these damn books. So ask Richard. Do you make money on books? I mean, it's a few bucks. You're going to buy me maybe a cup of burnt coffee, and I get to test myself. Right? Like, oh my God, that $3 I made just bought me a cup of burnt coffee. I am so grateful. Can I get another cup? So look, you gotta do that. You gotta focus on what it is you have to be grateful for, and don't complain. No negativity. No negativity, man. No negativity allowed. What's up, Robert Stern? How you doing? Dan Keller, how are you? So put the no negativity bracelet on. If you don't have it, go get one at grantcardone.com. And if that one doesn't work for you and you still find yourself complaining, then go get this bracelet at grantcardone.com. Right? Don't be a little... Because you know what? If you're still complaining after hearing all of this, and Richard's already showed you all around my house, like I'm blessed, right? So like, if the no negativity thing isn't working and you're still complaining and you're not grateful and your expectations are still super low, then go get this. And then every time you have a negative thought, pull it as hard as you can on your wrist and let go and let it slap your wrist. And maybe that'll start to change your mindset, because it all starts with your mindset, man. It all starts there. Listen, 3 years ago, I was a nobody. Today, I'm still like, I'm just me, man. But I know a lot of great people. I have a lot of great friends. And I mean, look, man, I was literally hanging out with Jeffrey Gitomer at his house. I have a meeting with him tomorrow morning at 10:30. I have some amazing contacts. And not only that, I've got a #1 best-selling author sitting across the desk from me right now in my office, Mr. Richard Trevino, and I am going to let him talk to you again. So here's Richard.
What's going on, guys? Hopefully I don't break this thing again. So, look, you've been hearing from Ken all night here today. He didn't want to share this camera, but I just want I'm just kidding. Look, there's not much more to say about that. One of the biggest problems and one of the reasons why you won't expect more is because you haven't experienced more. And so I challenge you to do this as well. Go into a nice restaurant. Scrounge. I don't care if you're broke. It don't make no difference. You got no money, do it anyway. Cut somebody's yard, go pick some weeds, get some cans, cash them in, get the cash, enough money to get yourself into a nice restaurant. Go sit down, be served, sit on a white linen table, have some nice servers with class and with that come to you and they serve you properly. Sit down with them, have a good night with your spouse, with your loved ones, with your children, whoever it is. Go in there and find out what quality looks like. When you have that experience of sitting in a place like that, your expectations will change. Drop by a Mercedes Benz dealership, a BMW dealership. Pick a nice place that you can go to where they sell very, very high-end cars. Well, I can't go buy one. That's not the point. Listen to what I'm telling you. Go to one of those places, sit in the car, feel the wood grain, not plastic. Feel the wood grain, feel that Italian leather on the seats on your butt. Turn the heater on or the cool seating on. Get the feel of it. Figure out what that feels like. So it can change up here. Because you physically will, like who was it? Armand was saying about the feeling?
Yeah.
Armand was talking about the feel. You have no idea how important that is. How can you expect something if you don't know what it looks like, feels like, and in the touch? You've got to put yourself in that place. Feel it, touch it, visualize it, see it, but feel it and understand what it seems like and what it feels like. That will set your expectation high. When you sit in a nice restaurant and you eat good food and you're served by, the top-notch waiters and waitresses, my friend, you will walk out of that place going, I wonder, man, I want this every day. But you can't have that every day, right? No, you can. You really can. Because what happens is in your mindset, in your heart, in your mind, your soul, it comes together and you realize, man, there's more. There's more. Some people live like this on a daily basis. And if one person can live like that on a daily basis, guess what? So can you. There's no difference. It's just that person has gotten to a place where they realized what it feels like and their expectation, their bar went up and they said, ain't no going back, man. Ain't no going back. Look, I suffered and I had to do without. I'm going to have to suffer a little bit and sacrifice so I can have. So either way, I'm going to suffer a little bit. I've got to you're going to pay the price, man. You're going to pay the price. Greatness comes with a price. You're either going to pay it up front and you're going to invest. And you're going to invest with time, learning, getting into mentorship, coaching. You're going to pick up people that can be able to teach you, and you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price now. You're not going to do anything. You're going to stay stuck where you're at. And dude, stop telling myself that I'm great. And you're going to pay for it in the end because you're going to be still stuck where you were at. And your bar of expectation is still going to be here. The crazy good news is this. The bar of expectation, it's always there. You're never too old, never too young. Life is passing by. It's up to you. It's up to you. How long do you want to wait? How long do you want to wait? If you're 20 years old right now and you want to go to school, hey, great, do it. Or you can be the person that's been waiting for the last 15, 20 years to go back to school and you keep talking about it. It's called the Al Bundy syndrome. Remember Al Bundy? Remember that guy? Yeah. Remember what he used to always do, that Heisman pose? You know, yeah. He used to do that and say, man, I made a touchdown back in such and such years. Life's past. But the good news is that you can always choose today what you're going to do going forward. You can't change the past, but you can raise your bar today, raise your expectations today, and realize that number one, I am worthy of it. I do deserve better. And if you don't think much of yourself, that's a totally different issue. But think about your loved ones. Think about your spouse. Think about your children. Some people say, man, for God's sake. No, man, take God out of this equation. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Not for God's sake. God, I'm sure God's doing great. You're the one that needs the help.
God doesn't need your help.
So the thing is that not for God's sake, no, for your sake.
That's right.
For your family's sake, man, your kids, your wife, your husband, your spouse, your brothers and sisters, your people in your church, your people in your community, your neighbors, your parents. All these people, they see what's in you that you're having a hard time seeing in yourself. They see it. In spurts, you've probably seen it in yourself, but they've always seen it. They know you've got more inside of you. But you and me, at different times in my life, not anymore, not for me, but at many times, we set that bar back low and we settle. The waiter comes, like Ken was talking about that cup of coffee, that cup of burnt coffee. Some of us, we don't have the strength within us to say, no, I don't want this coffee. It's nasty.
Right.
No, take this coffee back. I'm sorry. This is nasty. This is old coffee. I need some fresh coffee. Some of us don't have that in us. We don't have that spirit, that attitude, that tenacity within us. We have a spirit of settling. We're like, okay, well, thank you so much. We make excuses for the situation. We make excuses for the person. Well, they're probably busy. It's a restaurant. That's their job, is to get you fresh coffee, but your expectations are low.
That's right.
Your expectations are low, so you just settle. You're like, whatever they give me, I'll take it. Yes, because all of our life, we've been that way. We've been programmed that way. And we're just, whatever comes my way, that's what I'll just take it. I'll take it. No, you've got to stand up for yourself and stop settling. Stop taking that. Yes. Stop taking that, man. Step up for yourself. And again, if you don't think much about yourself, maybe you've been through hell and back and you've lived a crazy life and you've done a bunch of bad stuff and you can't forgive yourself and you're having some internal problems. Okay, well, get over it. Yeah. And think about your family.
Fire.
Think about your family, man.
Right.
Do it for you. Do it for them. Show them that they don't have to be that way. Show them. You're showing them something. You're either teaching them how to stay conformed to this old way of thinking and this settling mindset that they have to settle for what life gives them. No. Haven't you ever heard that old saying, when life gives you lemons, what do? Make lemonade. You make lemon meringue pie. Get creative with it. Make some ornaments. I don't know. Make a tabletop decoration or something. I've been walking around Ken's house, seeing beautiful art here, man. It's awesome here. But you got to take what you're given and you got to do something with it. You don't take it for what it is and say, well, I guess that's my cards in life. No, man, you get them cards, flip them around, make something out of it. What's that stuff called that with the little doves and the birds and stuff?
Origami.
Make some origami out of that. You know what? The game changed.
Yep.
I don't want to play poker no more because it's been a losing hand. I got to change this up. I got to change the game. I'm making origami now. Take what you have. Stop the excuses. Set your bar higher and do something with what you've got. That's what I got, bro. That's what I got.
That's it. That's it.
Guys, set your expectations higher. Remember, don't take cold coffee.
Or
burnt coffee. You deserve a fresh cup of coffee.
Whoa, low battery. All right, hey, Scott Smith, what's up, brother? How you doing? Settle your debts, that's all. Wow. See, I told you that dude can bring some fire. What is up? Scott Smith, you still on here, bro? So listen. Raise your expectations. Write your goals down. But raise the level of expectation you have for yourself. Scott Smith is a perfect example. I was talking to him yesterday. I was talking to Scott yesterday about like what y'all making. Can't tell you yet, man. But listen.
We're in the lab.
We're in the lab, that's right. So listen. You've got to raise your level of expectations. Secret Ken, who's Ken Wallace, man? 14,000 square foot Walls Estate. Come on.
It's like only 13,200.
It's not even that. Come on, you guys. So look, if you raise your, Scott was talking about how do you weed out the people that don't want to pay for your service. You stop taking them on. It's my secret identity. You stop taking those people on that want to discount everything, right? They want to discount on everything. They don't have the money. They don't have the budget for this or that. Don't take them on.
You're actually helping them to do that.
You're helping them. That's right. Scott told me, yeah, I used to take on those $1,000 or $2,000 clients or whatever. And he's like, dude, now if you don't have a minimum of $10,000 to put down, I won't take you on as a client. And as soon as he raised his level of expectation, sorry, sir, Ken Wallace is the only one authorized to discount, and he's out today. It's Ken Wallace. Right, exactly. So, a lot of people have heard the old marketing story about the guy who owned the tailor shop, the men's clothing store, and he got this really great bargain on these beautiful silk neckties and had them on the rack, was selling them he had them up there for $2 a piece, or $4. He paid $2. What the heck? There's a little tiny bug flying around. Had them up there for double what he paid for them, and he wasn't selling anything. And so this marketing expert walks in and says, hey, what's going on, bud? He goes, I got all these beautiful ties. I got a great deal on them, selling them for literally double what I paid for them, and I haven't sold one. They're only $4. They're freaking beautiful. Look at them. Guy goes, I'll tell you what. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll come up with a marketing plan, and I'll sell all of those ties for you in record time, but you have to give me everything I get over the $4 you want. Fair enough? And the shop owner's like, what a moron. Yeah, sure, buddy. Come on back and do it. Yeah, let's see what you got. Guy comes back the next day with this beautiful sign that says, beautiful handmade silk whatever ties, only $39 a piece if you buy today. Sold every one of them that day for $39 a tie. And guess what? That shop owner learned a very valuable lesson. And that lesson is cheap. It's all about your, number one, your expectations. And it's about the I was getting ready to make another point. It's about your expectations. Sorry, I got things popping up on my screen over here. Facebook messages threw me off. When barbershop opens across the street with discount haircut, you advertise discount haircut fixes, right? Exactly, dude. That's exactly right. So anyway, I don't want to keep going on. We're gonna bounce off here. Just remember that you've got to raise your level of expectations for yourself. If you raise your level of expectations for yourself, you're going to see a lot of things increase. Stop complaining. Take the entire day tomorrow and do not complain one single time about anything. I don't care if you stub your toe on the dresser in the morning. Go, oh my God, that feels great. Thank you. Just kidding. That may be difficult to do, but don't complain tomorrow. be grateful and raise your level of expectations. I'm out. Richard Trevino. I'm going to flip this around on you, bro. Richard, say later. Look at that yellow watch. Love that. Y'all be great. See ya.